Another beautiful day for a motorbike ride. Something different this time. Because I'm always a little bit nervous on gravel, I'm going to do a gravel riding adventure bike course up in Bombay near Auckland. So riding up there today, do the course tomorrow, and then come back the next day. So, combining education with a bit of entertainment. So, on with it. On the way up to Pukekohe, I found a nice gravel road that I could use as a bit of a loosener. I didn't record the first part of the course, so let me tell you a bit about that before we get on to the actual gravel riding. We went through bike setup, looking at the angle of the handlebars, whereabouts your gear shifter is, your brake pedal. I made some adjustments to the height of my rear brake pedal, which made a big difference when standing. We also looked at some of the different techniques for picking up your bike. You will have seen all those sort of things on YouTube before. I found out that with my bike without any panniers on, it lies pretty flat on the ground, and it was easier for me just to bend down and pick it up. We also looked at the body position when sitting and standing, and one of the things that started making sense to me was the elbows wide concept rather than elbows high. When you push your elbows wide, it makes your back come down a bit more into a bit more of an aggressive, eager sort of stance. So that was really useful for me. After that, we went to a reserve and spent a while putting it into practice, riding around in circles till we all got dizzy. And then when we were dizzy from that, we rode around in smaller circles. There was a small dirt track that we also had a bit of a ride around, and in the middle of it someone decided to give a practical example of picking your bike up from a muddy puddle. So I'm glad they were the ones that did that and not me. I went round that track on the way home as well because I was passing and did a bit more practice. So you'll see it at the end of this video. The second half of the day was spent riding around a really nice gravel road. We were reminded not to be scared of using the front brake on gravel. We all took it in turns to be in the front and to get some feedback on the way we were riding. And the main points for me were not to stand so tall, bend forward, elbows out technique, and actually get stuck in.
Yeah.
Around some of the ridges. That just kept you on your toes and made sure you had good balance.
It puts you off a bit, eh?
We're also reminded for safety to ride in the left-hand rut. If you drive on the right-hand side of the road, need the right-hand rut. Just so that you avoid any oncoming vehicles, and if you have to take evasive action, you don't have to go over the hump in the middle of the road.
Cool. Yeah, my legs do get a burn after a while like this, so... keep going for a bit. Let you enjoy the view.
I'm not used to standing up on the bike for extended periods of time, so I get a bit tired. So I was reminded that you can sit down and save your energy for when you need it to get over some tricky patches.
Cool.
I was fairly capable on gravel, so the guy told me that I should try giving it a bit more welly on the way out of the corners, which is something I'll have to practice.
Right, yeah. Cool, thanks. It was feeling good. I think I had some quite easy corners there.
The views were great, but a little bit distracting at times. I wasn't the only one that was distracted by the views. On the way back, we stopped at the beach and had a crack at riding on the sand. It's not something I make a habit of doing on this bike. It was good fun. Even if some of us got stuck.
Oh, Christ. Well, there we go, that was the gravel riding course. It's actually a hell of a lot of fun. Not sure if there was any sort of grand revelations that I learned, but certainly lots of tips, a few corrections in my standing position, and yeah, the opportunity to ride on some really nice gravel roads. And riding on the beach and rescuing a couple of people who got stuck in the beach. So it was all great fun. Oh, just come back to the place where we did our first little bit of practice. Here's the home, but quite nice place to practice next to the river though. It's quite busy here yesterday really, there was people out on jet skis and stuff like that, but I guess it's quite good having little areas like this handy. Okay. Oh, knock that up again. I'll try a slightly different line into this, but that wasn't Very good. However, that is a nice little loop to do though. And we did lots and lots of dizzying circles around here, just practicing shifting your weight. Other things, standing up, just the transition to standing up, where don't move your head. So hopefully on the camera you can't really tell much that I'm standing, sitting, standing, sitting. So it's really just shifting your ass out. So you're actually keeping your body quite low when you're standing, not doing the sort of full vertical, you know, just standing tall. So it's a more aggressive sort of start. Well, that's not a nice way to start this journey. That's a bee just got on my visor and stung me just under my eye. And I'm a little bit allergic to bees. So hopefully I'm going to be passing through a town soon where I can get some antihistamines. So was it worth doing a gravel course? Most definitely. Just in that one day covered a huge amount of stuff. You know, a lot of stuff you could actually get from YouTube, but it is so much better when you're actually doing stuff in person, having someone look over your shoulder at what you're doing, and you can actually make adjustments to the way you are doing stuff and get proper feedback on that. But the course covered all sorts. Like at the start it was bike setup, picking up your bike, all that sort of stuff, which was really good. You know, made a few adjustments to my brake lever, and that's made a big difference. We did some slow speed cornering, you know, sort of getting the body weight, body position right for slow speed cornering. Did a few circuits at slow speed and a few more tricky things. We did some longer gravel road stuff as well, which was really good, you know, basically putting all the bits together. Also in that, practicing a little bit of braking and acceleration on gravel. And we even had a chance to do some riding on the beach, the sand riding. So that was an added bonus. But yeah, definitely worth doing any course like that. I don't think it matters what level you're at. Any sort of training is good. Anytime you're getting with someone else who can actually, you know, critique what you're doing, give you pointers, and also give some affirmation when, you know, you're doing things well. Anyway, enough talking. You've seen the video. So thanks for watching. See you later.